Hey, a dear for a professor, then I jaguni chimney and some Sembia a year, ye becca, a came till nam a year, ye becca, John Jamine Mama, so I can't check Professor Daddy in more rem. Hi, daily update TV, so what I share and I say, and then no first time I share so I need no book and no hiding, no one subscribe, and my sending news be an oshibia, will be a notification or phones on which I think so, and my so be shamo down for so any beauty for me kind some sort of thing. Professor Addae Babontin or say, oh, John Jamine Mama, Okasa too much. A DNA renegotiating with the IMF. And when I came to that, said, you are very foolish. You are very dumb. You are very silly. I just know the deep professor at that time, not just say immorium. Or can say, ye renegotiate a debia. And one can such as say, or persuading, or perso or set a ye becca economy no a ye. Unim she ye can also can be. Or say, be more or many age or margin. No, we no born for be 17 or bo Katia Modin, Barco for the Dean, Bonnie Papa for Dean, a boy a year for the blade Dean, for more parry, and in Kufum can say within 10 years on Boo. Near no singing say be our Kesi a fat, a then Yanko Pasha, no one can say when we say within 10 years or more on be free answer. Omobewu. So how come say ye kwako to abadi akwashen kophobia enchombabu ensem. That means say omomu piska da momo nananom. Just omon crank tenkete na say omabusha for no piska momo. Omwangasa nkasa de omun nya don bedibio enchombewu according to the kemtira babu ntebekan. So kam ninku tinsem ya ye beka ye kemtira na Mahama so aka che ye Professor Addae ba near the nkomodwetwe no atoaso.
Say Professor Addae kase John Mahama say oba no obeden na oba he will renegotiate the IMF deal no but he said Professor Addae say Mahama is talking too much. How can he cannot do that? You are foolish. You cannot. Mahama should tell us he is talking too much, and then Mahama say he will renegotiate the IMF deal. It shows say bebrene nyini adwene ne nye adwuma. Se Mahama kra kase I will renegotiate the IMF deal. To renegotiate your debt, the krapo kekeno, it means that you are basically recalibrating your economy. So what the cat, say bank, and etia what dying come on as a worker, ebi oyejuma Coca-Cola, oyejuma Nestle. Nasa what dying o mortgage no a bank and etia because etia o car na bank na tia. Nasa okobo be sibra ukodi nkwasi asem na osika asem sei na wadwuma ball now first no na ye 2000 Ghana and when you adwuma fofo na adwuma no ema 1000 Ghana for you to be able to keep your house, for you to be able to keep paying for the house and getting a place to sleep, you have to go to the bank and renegotiate. That decision to go sit with the bank to renegotiate, you are trying to put your economics in place. You are trying to refix usikasem. Until when you go to the bank, the obekachiro money say, "Mona mutia me dan we kamame. First, the juma na me need to 2,000. Na bosu bi amote me 1,000. Because of my careless lifestyle, no say juma ni apamo me. And the menya juma for ba mutia me 1,000. Until I want to relook at the payment. Right now, I cannot be paying 1,000 a month. I can be paying 200 Ghana a month. For you to take that initiative to even talk to the bank, because bank, they have already paid for the house. So when the bank will be forced to sit with you and say, okay, 2,000 a month. Now 200 nisa. Why don't you pay 250? Also make you 210. Also 240. Also make you 220. The bank might end up meeting you at 225. Meaning you are recalibrating your finances. The bank is still taking its money, even though it's not taking it how it was taken initially. Right now you are still paying, but you are paying to favor you. It's Mahama Kase. I will go to IMF and renegotiate. It's even a stepper to show that the guy wants to recalibrate the economy. It means to say our planner or the baby change the problem we are in now. Who says the IMF is not open for discussion? When the case IMF is not open for renegotiation, when the case IMF, John Mahama can walk to the IMF and say that, you know something, right now we have cut down on so many things. Fiscal discipline is high. We have limited our ministers. Today, there are some places we can do what? Subsidize. There are some places they bet me cutting it down into emrana or the other 2 years so and conditions, you know, this and this and this. You see you free. This is renegotiation. It is all about you having a government that is disciplined. You having a government that does not have appetite for big budget. You having a government that does not consume. So when you get a government that can sit down and say, this, we are not going to do it. This, we are not going to do it. These are generating revenues. Let's go to the IMF and tell them, these conditions, take it off because you anyway. The IMF will be reasonable to say yes. Then let's do this. It is a obikra eba power no catch say, I have a plan, and the plan is first renegotiate the IMF conditions and a deal now. That person has a plan, and no one alone is a plan. Yanti Akroma na John Mahama 2015 edge $900 million spent from IMF. Ekufu mobile power. Dear no mobile chair. Omambe party say they have renegotiated the IMF plan. Professor Addae kwasiampe you want to Ghana. Didn't you say Ekufu has done well? Mumwe Jimmy. Mumpenifoni be mwe Jimmy. John Mahama can go and Commander Sugar Factory ye juma from Praso. Emranti ne mabawa mu ho nyina ekuafo mu ho omo mu do ahwede eye ekuafo mu wo saa kwan so ne emranti ndodo nyina benya juma Commander Sugar Factory. Do you know that? Direct and indirect job. You will be a otifosu a obetuma be a shop ewo around Commander Sugar Factory. You will be a oye hairdresser obetuma be in the salon around Commander Sugar Factory. You will be a sebio oye kwenia obetuma do ahwede 20 acres obeton nyina ama Commander Sugar Factory. Mu amufri asempra ba be si be a Commander Sugar Factory wo mu nyina mbenye dwuma ye. Enkwasiafo we ba ya amusom de ma India for. Now you say India for say Ghana ban beto ahwede ba ko ho 1 cedi. You say India ni obeto ahwede ba ko 1 cedi. Obema 1 peswa. Upeu o de beba every say wo uni baby akọ. Addae na yatena ho man kwasiafo we asay Ghana. Ne ne mfantefo na yatiti bi ho ma kwasia bi tenkran. Say the central region votes on issues. What are the issues you are talking on or you are voting on? The central region is not a swing state. The central region is an NDC region. I was say seat our central region you could the NDC war. Now mwanga say imagine say NDC to be control central region seat. Do you know the development that will come into the central region? So when your central region 4 ministers, 4 economic cabinet ministers, do you know what will come to the central region? You have the vice president from the central region. So NDC to be capture seat or central region, do you know the number of people are on the free cabinet ministers? So when you uncall for 4 economic cabinet ministers, that's the free central region, the vice president is central region. Do you know what will come to the central region? Nana do Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Eddie president, Asante for MPs bear 14 and a cabinet ministers. Omo Jimmy nti omo tumi fa hwinko fie. Oba Akufo-Addo cabinet 80% omo nyina fi Ashanti region. Adentra ehɔ na omo de tumi ni ma no. But omo no omo Jimmy nti omo tumi fa tumi omo fa edien impunto nko fie. Omo tenkran na omo de sika na omo wia no akɔ edien real estate na omo di jantrafo. Na nka mo fantefo mo ye smarter. Anka we di nka mo ankasa mo nua no mo maame. E na nka ye kwa vice president. Addae na mo nyina mo support no. This is simple maths. KT Hamod wacha wasasi so 8 years no owu. Akọ na mo so jimi obewu he mame ka bibi nkyere mo. Professor Addae ya osafo mafo Freemore Pare Michael Quay Hakman Usu Ajiman Miam Papa Kufuor Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo nipa be 7 amaboboyi nipa 7 way obi endi 10 years omnyina bewu. It hurts me to tell you this, but omumu ba kumponi 10 years. In natural order no ahaban foforo te and ahaban dada te. Dada ne tija foforo no. And God has made it in such a way it will get to our turn, we will die for people to also come. These people I've mentioned will be in the 10 years in Broso. Eka da ogabi ho eka da Ghana so. Do you think these people will help solve it? No. Sika omu pebia omu de ma omumba. Fred Blay eka ho. It is sometimes sit back and ask yourself, na sa nko we Addae ben pa no mujama ye. They will all die. Omo priority now so omo nananom benye sika. Omo nananom. Enti sa wo te commander na factory siwo. Na say also benye adwuma ye na akwa na aka 10 years wawu no a o take a decision na o da home man to me a we Jimmy. I am telling you. Mabobo di na kire mo 10 years. And to majority of them they will die. And you say me bo mu dua o. That is how the Lord has made it. Eyo nyame na ahyehyɛ. Na eden na oman ye nitua sense amanfo kan ho. Na ye de ye kra ene ye re nyina ye hye samanfo nsem. How can you invest or entrust all your future into the hands of people who are close to death? Why do you do that? You don't make such mistakes. Nana don't go for the frame of Paris and they don't care.
Asemo, Kesi the word renegotiating no. I don't know a beka a year Professor Addae so one theater a day or no do be any. I just say I came till I touch a renegotiating Muamia Tiase. I'll say a walk way say Evan say a wakusi fee and a bank for a cocutu amount. Now bank for no good amount or say oh a month me 2,000 Ghana cedis as my salary until I wanted 1,000 Ghana cedis. I honor money on my I negotiate say and pampa do a month to ya or better saying bank for 1,000 Ghana cedis no that could tear a dynamic because I dine on money only just I can amount into a multi floor. It sounds a reckless a be a way where you moment ye wedding this work when you may be a charging 1,000 Ghana cedis into a bang no esa no ma kwa eden esa no ma kwa shipping and only renegotiating say be o say dey 1,000 Ghana number be jene dey mean to me by say dey enkam ultimate 2 million I said 200 Ghana cedi from my my monthly salary 1,000 Ghana cedi right now na enke oh bank funds 2.5 sa de no more yen and renegotiating teno na Professor Addae entiasia Kelvin tell babo nten so we na wagugu abegu na anima so ka say enkofo bu omanyina eja omadwen Jimmy Sebi sano kan Jimmy na dokrom ntina just enya sangeto eno na IMF so e ka kire Ghana fo nya say omu bu ye beka Ʌňǧrily sin Akufo because GM no the record kwampo den ekasaman because Akufo no okoa oh seni no agia to mo no mo like negotiate she ade o pace kana wa kodi nti no make bi o si euro make me as you eno na make mtira ba bonti am blast mo pa jese nya asem to a me sure kam ningu take mtira ba na den komo dwetwa na ba na we
do refinancing. He can go and renegotiate. The IMF will just be looking at the books and say, okay, you have been in power for a whole year. Bank of Ghana Mboka 60 billion. It's a good step. It means you are saving. You have some foreign reserves. Now let's go to your energy sector. What is happening now is collection has been very effective. Now, what are the IPPs? What mean you negotiating my IPPs in Sikano? Say this one too looks good. So right now, the conditions that is how you become flexible. And it takes only intelligent people to do that. Professor Addae is Uncle Krani Bino Jimmy. They are old-fashioned analog for Jimmy. Hey? Ʌňǧrily-Mahama and NDC are catch them. They have a way to solve this problem. And let me tell you, governance, you need to have a skill of thinking and skill of communicating. It's all about the presentation and what you say. The bank manager sitting there, he's looking out for his interest. You are also coming to make sure your interest is a priority. So it's all about being smart. So when you get people who are not smart, now the Tumi Shomunsa, they cannot even sit before IMF and renegotiate a deal. And anytime I say governance, it's all about people who can think, people who have good communication skills, people who are smart and proactive. And there's John Mahama Kacha say, side condition where IMF they are 2 years, when I come to power, because of my experience, I can go and renegotiate. And when I renegotiate, every 3 months be I into Pendream, every 3 months be I into lighting, but I can renegotiate this. Addae also has to be disciplined to get this country back on its tracks. That is what we call intelligent leaders. Yeah, there are so many people sitting on radios in Ghana. There were so many people sitting on radios and TVs in Ghana. They are not supposed to be there. But you see, Mr. S, people in Ghana are former professors, PhD holders, and then majority are foolish. So what is a Ʌృmahama Bill and Rakacha say, I'll renegotiate IMF deal. That is the best solution. That means our plan. That means he's looking out for you. That means our plan is be obe make sure say taxes are yet to and then obe find ways and means to make IMF at the end of the day meet Ghana halfway. It's all about experience, negotiations, and contacts. You need to be an experienced politician, because a politician who experienced now IMF no leader or check our records. No, this guy, he used to be president, right? When he came in here in 2015 and took a loan, what did he do? How were they able to apply it? Were they able to meet our conditions? How quick were they able to recover? And non quite alone, it is your CV. If you got to IMF, because I am Ʌృmahama, I've been here before. This time I'm here to renegotiate. Because if you check my records, when I came here, I was able to make sure whatever we discussed, I lived up to it. Now, you have given my country a deal that I feel we don't sit at a good place. Can we re-look at it? So, Unya Obia, this is the biggest political statement in our history. For a president, a former president who has experience to tell you, say, these fools have messed things up. When I come, I'll renegotiate. One can say, I will see what I can do. Or say, I will renegotiate. When he says, I will renegotiate, then it means he has seen the loopholes when you fools were renegotiating. Because money experience, because you take people who are not economists, good finances, people who don't deserve to be in the job. No, you went there, whatever IMF threw to you, you people swallowed it. More Jimmy, or say, I can see the loopholes. I have been there before. My people they have been there. We know where the loopholes are. It is Ankoya Garden, oh, you're smart. Also, I could school kakra. Ʌృmahama is telling you, problem near facing he can solve it. So in we bet solve a problem. Why haven't they renegotiated well with the IMF? Light bill and they can't do it because only need the intelligence to do that. And Ʌృmahama kind of problem actually is to renegotiate with the IMF. Yes, I believe it. Our experience, yes, into I believe it. It's a statement for because Brian Bress a car a kufa over 1 trillion. Send your beya sa a cano, India bro, sa a cano, and my one tree. Send your beya IMF near Bedi Juma, but Yahoo entry. Into your pobi or bet my babaka just my be paying. Met me a call any bank manager we are casa. I'm a bank manager way at the end of the day. A can I at the bank no say you 1,000 a bit you 200 and no yet your busium. That's a busia the bank cat. No busia dietim bank say obeje. Na your busia ni bako ababa catcher say munya botre. Me say busia penny or dear me. In some on the bank and kind of busumbia bank say you 10,000. Not yen sent you a down way and funnel. Sa negotiations on the bank and coin and because a bank for the cash into 10,000 or J on the bank of 1 share bank of 1 could enter old 10,000 or coin, but we now would say my ba.
Abuja for native for Hanen Bessin, more by some soccer can senior a year, a becker came tell us a professor there terminal. Some information yet say, I just said, well, Likee some information be about near maybe a course of presidency. Now, all to us no and our cassette. The way renegotiating, I know my professor Addae, I'm an 3 mile on all country a mamma said, I didn't know what came. Then as a worker say, P, Ukasa dodo. I know Nama a year came till I can say, you are very foolish. You are very silly, you are very brainless. I just say, or can say, Nyama Wababo in Temekana, we can't just say when you need your drink. Now, you can't say renegotiating. It himself second a year, me chechim, second to na me chechim, ha. Medin to na me chechim, Munya Motesa and Sema came to buy am to me chechim, Mamotiase. Now, Yebeka, the way we renegotiate na ma MPP for any Professor Addae ama o ma dwuma ngongon no e na ma kem dia babontia be di o ma tempa je senya asem keto na ye beka high me for so the record bia babontia mo kase the word beka nse GM ene akofado no mo record the war no omo bu GM pansin akofado because GM no oba se no be se no makasa ene se no me se atete nyema sama no edibo ho ene ono ne condition hia se no be se no makasa ne adade no ebe wi anse no de o make bi no me do be di so nenso akofado ko dia Dobeke bi was you obeke mi was you izanso wako jiska na wako dindi obeke mi was you obaso Fiscal ne nyehwe no asedi was Akroma so wako jebusembi anu na John Dramani mama no oba no kan say these fools am messing nyema out I'm messing nyema up anche so no kwa ono maza akudi nkomo bi no kan say maba say mba beseti nyema right nti ebe ya mumiyesa nka IMF ni hu biem eno na waka say renegotiate am Professor Addae enti ase no we ni nsema ka mtila babo nti abeka ebi ati asemi ni nti manka obetim do adwinche na comment so obetim so ahya mo adamfo so enye bi ahwe subscribe my no book and high daily updates.